Kitty cats. I feel like the ring light has actually made it kind of darker. Does it seem like my videos are darker? Or do you like it like this? I know that I have to find a way to lower the camera even more for when I do makeup looks, because when I look down, you're not seeing me actually putting the makeup on my eye. And I do want to change that. I'm sorry, I just sniffled. What I'm doing today is going through all of my eyeshadow palettes. We are decluttering them. Finally, the time has come. So, what we're gonna do here is go through them all. I have 3 that I'm not gonna be showing you, and that is my 35p Morphe palette, my Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, and the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette. I'm keeping those, and they're up there, and I already knew I was going to keep them because I really love the Morphe 35p. I know Morphe isn't popular these days, but this was years ago that I got it. It still works great, and I'm not big on throwing out eyeshadow palettes if I still use them. Or if I don't feel like, they say to get rid of them after a year, and I'm like, with the money that goes into them, no. That's not happening. Unless I notice a difference in the formula or they smell funky, I'm keeping them. Sorry. I do sanitize them on occasion though. So, Beauty Killer one I really like, and the Gwen Stefani one I don't ever use, but I love the packaging, and that's why it's up on a shelf so I can look at it because it's pretty. All these other ones though are going through. So let's start with the ones I had in an extra drawer because they didn't fit in my eyeshadow palette drawer, which is still probably going to happen after I do this. I'm going to have to make some changes. We've got the Dominique Cosmetics little eyeshadow palette that I got in an Ipsy. So there's that one. I'm keeping this. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would. Dominique Cosmetics. I used to watch her, Kristen Dominique, and I don't really watch her anymore. Then I saw her on TikTok the other day. I was like, oh gosh, I remember her. And I totally had forgotten that she had her own cosmetics company too. And these are actually really nice. And this color here, I get so many compliments when I put that color on my lid. It's called, what's it called? Chill. And people love it, so I'm keeping it. It's a nice little, you know, palette that you can use for on the go too, because it's, you know, not too big and very simple. This I'm definitely keeping too. I just got this. It's Wicked Sisters. Vampires Everywhere, based on The Lost Boys. Here's a, as you can see the colors. It's really pretty. I like it, and I'm keeping it. The Truly Madly Deeply from ColourPop, definitely keeping that too. I've been really enjoying this one. It's all like pink, different shades of pinks and peaches, and I love it. It's very pretty. So, those are all staying. Now, these donuts, definitely keeping the donuts. I like the donuts. They're easy to use when you want a quick look and you want to stick to, you know, blues, or if you want to stick to like honey colors. I have another one too, but my daughter's been using it, so off it is. Here's the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions that I got in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. It's very pretty. I'm gonna go out. Okay. Let's got the NYX Avant Pop, which I use a lot during the Halloween season, so it will definitely be staying with me. It's very useful. Then we've got this cute little Sugar Pill Fun Size Mini Color Palette. This is definitely staying. Great if you want to do like a pastel look. Definitely keeping this. Then we've got the Just My Luck Color Pop. Definitely keeping this. I've had a real thing for greens for like almost 2 years, and so this was just a perfect palette for me. Come on. It won't focus on this one. There we go. So that one is definitely staying. The Mini Breaker Jeffree Star, I'm keeping this too. I find it very pretty and I really like it for when I want to do something bold. I have this Winky Lux Kitten palette. Such a cute little palette, but I don't use it very much anymore. So it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Then we've got the Maybelline Lemonade Craze, which great colors, and it's obviously been used a lot, but I haven't used it much. I think Bianca's used it quite a bit, so I'm just gonna probably give it to her because I don't use it, so no reason to keep it. This ColourPop Element of Surprise. What the heck? I love this palette still. I like using it. I mean, these two colors in the middle are so much fun. I love using that one, so it stays. The Hard Candy Look Pro Matte Eyeshadow Pro Palette. I never, ever use it. I'm just, even though I think that everybody should have matte eyeshadows, I just don't use this that much. Like, never. So, it's going. There's no reason for me to keep it. This is a sad thing for me. I love Marvel Comics. I love the Avengers movies and was so excited for this palette to come out. The Courageous, Tenacious, Fearless, Legendary palette that was a collab with Ulta and the Avengers movie. And I so wanted to like this. The colors are really pretty, but the shadows are kind of crappy. I'm gonna let it go. And I don't even really like the packaging. Like, I like the inside packaging a little bit, but the outside packaging says nothing to me about Avengers. I think that it's dumb. I really think they could have done a better job. And maybe gone with a different company to collab with Avengers. Like, I don't know. I've got this Pretties for Your Face, the Sanderson Sisters eyeshadow palette. This is a great palette. I know it's only 5 colors, but they are definitely worth getting. Her eyeshadow formula is wonderful, and the colors are beautiful. So that's staying. This I've barely used that much. It is the Color Eyeshadow 10 color palette from Starry. Another YouTuber had said such great things about it, and I do think it's a really great palette, and I am keeping it because I think that colors that are missing from the NYX Avant Pop palette are in here, plus a few that might be alike, and I think it could be useful to me when doing Halloween looks or something really bold. We'll see. Ah, the little Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet fun-sized palette. This palette's actually really cute. It's really nice, and I'm keeping it. The I Love Revolution Sweet and Tasty. You know, I thought because I liked these that maybe I would like this, but I don't. It seems like a completely different eyeshadow formula, even though it's the same company. And these kind of sucked. So, I know I gave one away. I mean, they weren't unusable, just not great. The metallic ones actually are better. Their matte shadows are super crappy in my opinion. The metallic ones are really nice in here, but not enough for me to want to keep it. So that is being moved along. My Naked Urban Decay Heat is definitely staying. If you remember, I got this for my birthday one year for a friend of mine. I wanted this so much. I don't use it as much as I used to, but it's a great palette. I don't know why I don't use it more often. I mean, they're perfect colors for me. I should use it more. So that is staying. Then we've got our Urban Decay Born to Run palette, which is a great palette because you can do so much with it. I mean, all right. Try to get it so that you can see the colors. So there's so many different colors. And because you got all these greens over here and like reds and some orange and purple and some metallics, and I think that this is a great palette that you can do a lot with. So it is staying. Life is a Drag, Lunar Beauty. This was the first eyeshadow palette that Lunar Beauty put out. Even though I am not a follower of Manny MUA anymore. Like, I think he's kind of fake in my opinion. But that doesn't mean he is. Because there are lots of people who think others are fake that I'm like, no, they don't seem fake at all. It's just a matter of what you feel off somebody. So, and for me, I just wasn't interested. However, these eyeshadows are great if they wouldn't stop getting into each other, which they do. That's my only issue, is like, they're so messy. And they're not powdery, so I don't know how that keeps happening. But yeah, I keep having to like sanitize and like clean them up. But it's definitely staying. I use the colors in there a lot. I used the colors in there to make this look that I'm wearing now. It's definitely staying. This one, Perception, Shayla and ColourPop collab. It's a really nice palette, but it's not for me. I've used it a few times, but and some of the colors are great. I just don't reach for it very much. And I have other palettes that have some of these same colors in them, so it's being moved on. This, my brain just fell. Peachy Queen palette. It's the Spirit Board one. I love this palette. It's a great palette. It's definitely staying. It's a great palette to use. The colors are very bold and bright. And look at Yes, like that. It's like a silvery white. It's really pretty. I like that. It's all very pretty. So definitely keeping it. This is just random eyeshadows from different companies that I put in a magnetic palette. So that's definitely staying because I use it. This Disney Villains Misunderstood ColourPop palette is staying. I don't use it as much as other ColourPop palettes, but I love the packaging on this. I love the names of the eyeshadows, and they are very nice eyeshadows. And I know I will end up using them again. I mean, Forest of Thorns, so pretty. That one right there. And Also, Facile, I think is how it's said. Right here down at the bottom. Really pretty colors, even though it looks like I've used 101 probably the most, which is the black. I don't know how I ended up using that the most, but I did. Mongrels is really pretty. They've got, and there's also a sparkly black called Revenge. So you have a matte black and a sparkly black. Like, yes please. It's so much fun. So, Urban Decay's Kristen Leanne. I'm not crazy about her anymore either. It seems like after her and her husband split up, like, she just wasn't that interesting anymore. And I don't think it was because they split up. She just, I don't know. She wasn't around as much, and now I do see her around, but I'm just like, unless it's about her animals, because she has a lot of pets that she takes care of, I'm just not interested in what she's doing anymore. Like, I've lost interest, which maybe I will gain interest again someday, but she's kind of just lost my interest these days. But this palette I'm keeping because I wanted this so much, and then my friend got it for me, and I like freaked out and cried because I wanted this palette so much. And the colors in here are all so pigmented. Like, it's a really good palette. And I like Urban Decay. Some people don't, but I don't. I like it. J-Cat Beauty Hollywood 24 eyeshadow palette. Why do people make eyeshadow palettes this big? Like, the only eyeshadow palette that's quite this big that I enjoy is the 35p. And honestly, you could have cut that shadow palette in half and I would be just as happy with it. Like, one half of it I use and the other half of it I don't. So here you go. There's a lot of colors and it's nice, but I don't use it that much. It sits at the bottom all the time. I'm going to, and the yellow is not as good as, say, the yellow in the Lunar Beauty palette. So yeah, that's going. I think I'm gonna keep the Winky Lux. It was a maybe, but I think I'm gonna keep it just for now. We'll see. So I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 palettes. I got rid of 6 out of all that. That's kind of sad because I'm keeping a lot more palettes that I'm getting rid of. There's all of these, which I'm keeping. That's not all the ones that I'm keeping. I'm gonna start putting them back in here though, right now. It's a mess. I should probably be keeping less than what I am, but I do use them and I do like them. I might need to figure out another drawer or something, some space. I don't know. And then I'm keeping all of these as well. 12. So I'm keeping 25 palettes. It's a lot. I know it's not a lot compared to some people. I've seen videos where it's like, oh my god, like they have a lot of palettes, but it is a lot to keep, in my opinion. So I don't know. Okay, so did get rid of a lot though. I mean, not really, but enough that I can put everything in here. So that's good. But it's gonna get full really fast. So I am sometime in the future going to need to change that so that it works out better. Okay, that one doesn't Okay. I know that was a lot of me like organizing. I like to keep everything organized. So these are the ones I'm getting rid of. I'm sure Bianca will want to go through them and make a decision about what ones she wants to keep, if she wants to keep all of them. And whatever one she doesn't keep, Jade's probably gonna take. So there we go. Of course, it'll be a while before Jade will be able to come near the house again. I hope you're all doing okay throughout this. I'm not going to give you any tips or anything like that. As I've said before, I'm not going to like discuss that on here, because I think if you do need tips or information, go to the CDC, go to the WHO website, WHO, World Health Organization, and go from there. YouTubers don't know what they're talking about usually. I might not know what I'm talking about, even though I've done a lot of research. I still might not know what I'm talking about. You should not listen to somebody who sits here and talks about makeup and fashion and just body positive stuff and things like that, and cooking, and cats. I do not have a medical degree. I am not a scientist. I'm neither one of those things. So forth, actually like go to sites that know what they're talking about and listen to people that are actual scientists and doctors and such. I don't even trust doctors on YouTube because a lot of them are celebrity doctors and I don't trust what they say. Talk to your actual doctor, even better. Way better. So that's the only tips that I have. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video and the last of my declutter videos for this year. And we'll be moving on to doing other things. I might declutter my brushes, but I know it's not going to get very far. Like, there are a few I could give up and be okay with, but most of them I really like. So, I mean, I could show you my brush collection, but there's definitely going to only be a few that I'll get rid of. So, okay, we'll do one more declutter video. It will be my brushes. Okay, all right. Love you all. Try to be kind. Bye, kitty cats.